Hello, and welcome once again to Air Engine Research. It's been a while since I did a video, but there's been quite a bit going on in between, so I'll explain what's happened since my last video. As you know, I had the eccentric air engine I thought running as well as it could. I put it back into the Volkswagen, and I started doing some short drives which didn't pan out at all. Since I went from the 7/8 inch pistons to the 1.5 inch diameter pistons, the power of the air engine was increased considerably, which I found out caused a lot more problem with the eccentric drive that I was having. And it ends up being that the more power and torque you put on it, the more it bound up the three arms and the bearings that were running in the eccentric groove. So I finally decided that it's not worth trying to do anything that probably wouldn't work anyway. So I went back into my history and went through a number of different designs, and I came up with the idea of using the parts that I could off of the eccentric drive engine and rebuild it into a 3-cylinder modified radial engine design, which is going to have an 1.5 inch throw or a 3-inch throw stroke and drive arm that's on the drive shaft itself. I have it almost completed. I've been waiting on parts forever, seems like. But I finally got those in yesterday and got it put together. I did start it. It was timed just where I thought it should be with the exhaust and the intake valve settings. But it was a bit choppy, so I'm going to have to redo the timing on all 3 cylinders. I'm sure when I redo the valve settings, it'll be a lot smoother. I was actually surprised to see that the counterbalance weight that I had calculated was pretty close to being perfect. When it runs a little faster, it runs pretty good. Since it is a 3-cylinder, and if you run it slow, it is going to have a shake to it. But the engine was setting freely on the table, and it didn't move other than shake a bit. So I'm confident that it'll work okay, especially when it runs a little faster. And I'm not going to be idling it anyway because it doesn't have a clutch, so when you turn it on, it moves the car. So at an idle, I just don't expect to be doing that. It'll be either in first gear going, or second gear, or third gear, or fourth gear, whichever, but not at an idle. Well, I guess for now I'm going to close. Thank you for checking in, and any new viewers, if you would like to follow along and see what happens after it's in the car, please subscribe, check the notification bell up the top, and you'll be notified when there's any new information. And thank you, longtime subscribers, for hanging in there. Hopefully one of these days we'll see some real results. But so long for now.